Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of DGen, episode number 392. Oh my gosh, we are coming to you live with the permissionless swag report closing out of here in Austin. We have a lot to cover. This is going to be a fun time. We have one issue that we're going to have to sort of just clean up real quick, and that is our side camera. So for those that are joining us, we want to thank you. We want to do a huge shout out to Unlonely. We want to shout out to all of our friends and family over at Xenon, showcasing this and powering this through on Lens. And so if you guys are on Lens, we would love, a little bit of love there. And so we are also broadcasting live to Twitch. Twitch is always a fun place to stream to, so that is a really fun thing. And then the other side of things that we are also posting to is Telegram, 2 YouTube channels. Like, comment, subscribe. Please do all of those things that showcase how much you like what we do or don't like what we do. And that's sort of a fun little piece thing. So, as well, we are streaming to LinkedIn and bringing information there on the daily. And then to Twitter, we're doing live Twitter space, as well as streaming video for those. One of the things that we have going on today is the breakdown of all of the items. So either we have stuff here on our what I like to call our swag cam, or if I'm holding it up, because we have a lot of shirts to go through. We have notebooks, we have hats and bags galore. Not as many notepads this year. And so that is sort of one of those things that does sort of bring a new little twist to it. And the other thing that was missing, no power banks. I missed my power banks. So as always, I just want to say it was an amazing show, conference, side events brought to us by Permissionless, Blockworks, 1inch, 404 DAO, and Bittlebox for the hackathon and Fireblocks. Huge shout out to Giddy. And we're going to be going through all of these. And then over the next week, we're going to be going over these as well. And so OKX was a huge sponsor, huge booth. They gave out, they had some really cool stuff. Kraken was huge. They had Leap and Not Thread Guy there, and Rug Radio. Huge shout out to G-Man for doing a ton of behind the scenes stuff. Just covering a lot. So it was a really cool thing to see and be part of. And then Trippy Labs had an amazing visual art show piece in the back, and then amazing speakers as well. So for those that don't know, we're going to start off with item 1 just because we want to get these off. But they are wraparound shades that OKX came out with, as they deemed them hater shades. I think it's sort of hilarious. I used them a little bit today, in public. So it was sort of a little bit fun to see how that went. We will bring out, the good stuff. Block Damien had a great piece upstairs. And one of the things that I get every time I see those guys, they get these local made Modem Bites cookies. They are delicious. I eat the heck out of them way too much. And then one of the really cool partnerships that we got that we're going to be talking about more over the next couple weeks, but Tangem, new hardware wallet, safe and secure as Fort Knox, as thin as a credit card. So we're going to be going over them a lot over the next couple weeks. So please be aware of that. We like everything we find with new cold and hard wallets. So that's going to be really interesting. One of the things that we are going to be doing during this stream that we do during every swag report is whenever we're able to get extra stuff from projects that are doing specialized items for individuals based on QR codes, giveaways. So we are going to be giving away Beam token. So throughout the rest of this show, so how you'll be able to claim that is when you find that QR code, screenshot it, and then load that up in your QR code reader. and you'll be able to do a mobile wallet via browser, and you'll be able to claim your Beam tokens. The first person who watches the entire show, I ask that you only grab one QR code. These are first come, first serve QR codes. So we will be giving them out throughout the entire show. Just as a huge shout out to Beam and Beam Eco, because they had an amazing event the first night where they were giving away drinks, getting people onboarded. They had probably one of the best events with food. So they had the best food, I think, out of all of the events. So huge shout out to them. But our very first giveaway from Beam, as we can see here, once it loads up, on that drink ticket is that Beam QR code. Get that. You can also find Beam via Beam_Eco. So if you take a screenshot of this video at that time and you see an issue with the QR code and it doesn't work, reach out to Beam. Let them know that you got it here, and that maybe they'll be able to help you out and get you on your way, getting you started in the Beam ecosystem. We're going to be talking about a bunch of new layer 2s and layer 1s over the next week as we get ready for Masari mainnet. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to cover. So we're going to have fun with that. And as always, you know, the energy that keeps on going as our life is crypto, cigars, and caffeine. You know, this has been a great week so far of all of them. First off, we're going to be going through shirts. And then we'll be going through different parts of that swag. So first set of shirts. We got this. We're going to be giving this away to a friend. The 1-inch crop top, you know, good organic cotton. One of the things that 1-inch has really started to do is actually tag branding as well. So I got to give them to carry that clean message all the way across. I think it's really cool. Organic cotton will wash well and stretch and last a long time. One of the things they had 4 different types of shirts out. We got 3 of them. One of the shirts that we got from 1-inch, they're orange, classic 1-inch, with their permissionless 2023 branding on the back of it. Most of the 1-inch team is out in Asia for Korea Blockchain Week and in Token 2049. But the regulars were there showcasing what the new APIs within 1-inch are doing, new dev documentations, and new ways to help sort of bring more devs into using and forking using the AAM versions of 1-inch. So really cool stuff there. Another huge project that had on EVM and in Cosmos, Kava. Kava had a pretty good shirt made. They had one design piece, but they had every size under the sun. So there was a lot of cool. So everyone was able of all fits shirts and sizes. I think they probably had the biggest selection of sizes of shirts, which was pretty smart. They hit up all the conferences, so they were being very diversified on who may or may not be coming. Really good setup there. One of the most softest shirts that I've liked so far came from Kwai Network. Kwai is launching testnet proof of work chain next Tuesday. We love the Kwai team. We've been working and looking at Kwai since about December. We're going to be covering a lot more on their proof of work mining, their multi-chain state. And we had a great lunch with them hosted between Scroll, Kwai, and Polkadot. So really cool stuff there. Next shirt up, we have Saucer Swap on Hedera. Pete from Saucer Swap. Peter, really good guy. Really informative and knowledgeable, not just about the Hedera ecosystem, but the ecosystems that he is interested in as well, and that just had a lot of knowledge about a lot of stuff going on different chains. But one of the things that I really got really cool is he does a lot of the branding for Saucer Swap to be not plain but streamlined and not super flashy, because he puts a lot of work into the back end of stuff. And with the swap being on Hedera, you know that it takes a lot of work on the back end for that. So really cool piece. One of the things that we were gifted by Scroll, they had about, they said 50 shirts, 50 of these shirts, I think. Um, and the team showed up about 30 deep, so there was 20 shirts that they could give away, that were these shirts. They see me scroll, and I had to love it. Loved a little bit of the play on words that a lot of different projects did, but being picked and asked to specifically get that shirt and wear it and do some stuff. Great fabric, really soft. I was honored to do that. Um, One of the big projects that we've seen around town since ETH Denver, Consensus, and now here at Permissionless, Arbitrary Execution. They've been doing custom death metal shirts at all of these conferences, and so Eddie, the Death Degen dev, so they've been covering a lot of stuff and doing custom shirts for each of those. I love that they're taking and doing custom art along the same storyline for each piece as well. That sort of goes a long way. Um, like I said, one of the things that one of the really cool partnerships that we got is with Tangem, the new hardware wallet, and so we're going to be going over more of that. So if you check them out, uh, we do not yet have a specialized link for us, but 20 Texas, all one word, gives you 20% off your hardware wallet with them. And so we're going to be getting that associate link out soon. It will be Taco. And we'll talk more about them and interview them. But one of the really cool things, the hardware wallet that I saw, it is just a credit card size object, so it's tapped with tied to your phone. But the guy literally, literally shot it and melted one side of it with a torch, and it still works. So some cool stuff there on showing how well it showcases and how well it stays. Giddy, Giddy Wallet showed up big at Permissionless. They had 4 custom shirts, different color schemes. One of the ones that was very limited, just to Permissionless, is the new Giddy logo side piece. Getting ready for Giddy trading within the Giddy wallet. They just expanded beyond Polygon to include Ethereum, so they're going to be rolling out more and more chains. One of the really cool things that I was able to do for Giddy while there was connect them with Jesse Pollock for Build on Base, and so maybe next we will see Giddy supporting Base as well. Like I said, I was able to get 3 out of the 4 shirts that 1inch had. The third shirt that they had here is this new unicorn jersey piece that they did. Really love the custom AI work that they did. Really pulled a good graphic for that. I love those shirts. Obviously, one of the shirts also that I'm wearing right now, Permissionless Hackathon, was an amazing time. That hackathon was really good. Opened up, it was a 24-hour with tracks, not bounties, meaning no one could really come in with a pre-planned build because they didn't know what the tracks were going to be. We had Scroll, Axelar, 404, Fire Blocks, Blockworks providing the bounties, and so some really cool things. Gitbook and Allo Protocol also were one of the big sponsors there. And so huge shout out to all the builders. Everyone was really working to use Gitcoin and the Gitcoin passport to prove humanity while maintaining privacy, so that people could log into different applications, support different projects in different ways. One of the really cool things that was built out, there was 3 projects that I really liked that really stood out to me. Number 1 was D-Bands, and we'll be talking about that. We got some swag from them. But then one team that built out a crowdsourcing medical work, crowdfunding medical procedures via grant program type situation with a payback in a way. So there's some really cool stuff there. Really liked what I saw. One of the heaviest shirt was a really nice hoodie. Once again, we sort of got loaded down by Tangents once they wanted to sort of, so we got a little bit of everything from Tangent. Nice heavy hoodie. I love me a front pocket hoodie. If I can stash my hands in my front pockets, I love it. So really cool piece there. One of the cool gamer platforms that was there was Genius IQ. We're going to be going over some of them because one of the things that they had was not Genius IQ, but Genius AI. One of the things that they were pushing is an SDK for distributed compute power that can run slowly and quietly in the back of mobile games or desktop games or even PlayStation games that allow in-game currency to be earned from distributed AI compute power, meaning companies that need large compute power that can distribute those tasks. This allows projects to earn currency for real life members and have a really good time on that. So that way, those ecosystems and play to earn games actually become true financial pieces and not necessarily Ponzi-nomic pieces. We're going to save two shirts for last because we're actually going to change into one of them. And it is annoying. And maybe we might get a cool shout out for that. But we will see. But Build a Box was one of the main sponsors for the hackathon. Build a Box does both virtual and in-person hackathons. They're sort of a SaaS system for hackathons. Really cool. Really easy time for that hackathon. So we got two different, just same thing from Build a Box, but different color tones. Really liked it that they made. We actually got a different hat that we got to choose from them as well. One shirt that I got that from ZK Sync era that really love both the feel of it and the strength of it. Love the little fox piece that we will put there on that swag cam for you to see. ZK did a lot of cool stuff, had a lot of cool bounties as well within that. And so we're going to see them again next week at Masari Mainnet. So some really cool stuff there, especially from Scroll. All right, I apologize with how bright and pink this shirt is. Good fabric. It is a sports shirt made to sweat in, plain and simple. But they went all out with sport tech. Same stuff that some of the same stuff that Under Armour uses. So the material will last a long time. But Sweat Economy, they actually launched Sweatcoin. They launched their wallet on near for their token 2 days ago at permissionless, which is pretty amazing. Really happy that they did that. And so some really cool things are going to be coming from Sweatcoin. I bet you guys will enjoy it a lot. So we did get two of those shirts because they may be doing a lot. If you get your hands on one of these shirts and you know where Sweatcoin is, wear it. That is the alpha. And run into the Sweatcoin team. I think you get anywhere from 100 to 1,000 Sweatcoin for doing that, which is pretty awesome. So get your hands on one of those super bright pink Sweat Economy shirts and see what else you can do. Next up, we are going to be going into the bags. We got some good bags. I have two favorites, and I'll talk to you about those. One of the ones that we got, as you can see here, something else from Tangent. Tangent, like I said, sort of went all out. Nice simple cloth bag. We'll use it for paperwork and other items. We're going to save this piece for last, but you always got to love a good fanny pack. MetaMask came heavy with the fanny pack. Really excited. I like the little secret pocket on the side on it. Heavy duty material. It'll last a long time. It'll be a good shoulder bag. And so I like things like that. 3 pockets on it. So good job. Not one of those simple little fanny packs that, really don't serve any purpose. Another good fanny pack, and more of just like a little holster bag that came out, um, it was Scroll. Scroll put out a really cool little double zipper fanny pack, inside baggy, so it can hold stuff. It's just a little travel bag. They put it together, really simple, really easy. I really like that. And then my 2 favorite bags. Number 1 came from 1-inch, from the 1-inch a side event that they had. 1-inch usually does bring a really good event. I was a little disappointed with it, but it was more good talks this time rather than just some like rager, which was really cool to sort of see. One of the things that we have here, double zip, double piece. Do do do. And so, really good piece on double zipper bag. Not only is it a backpack piece, but handles as well, so you can use it. The biggest bag that was handed out, OKX. OKX put out a good double-sided clear bag. Like I said, OKX had a ton of swag. They were doing some cool competition pieces. They had their F1 driver piece there. Kraken had their F1 driver and car as well. So that was sort of amazing to sort of see. And but OKX really brought it. I actually don't think I got any swag from. Yeah, I didn't get any swag from Kraken. Sort of weird. Next up, we have our hats. Good hats come in all shapes and sizes. Once again, we did get a new tangent hat. So good logo piece on it. Nice light trucker hat. So I like it. One of the things I love most about it, Velcro backing, because I tend to get my hair stuck in a lot of those things. One of the other cool hats, XRP, XRPL put out a really good hat. One of the things that you had to do to be able to get the swag from XRP was go around and journey and visit the 8 booths that they had within XRP, and visit all of the projects and that are building, some of the big anchor projects that are building on XRP, especially as XRP gets ready for EVM. So that is coming. One of the really cool projects is Crossmint. Is it Crossmint? Let me double check. No, it's not Crossmint. Crossmark. Crossmark, they have an XRP and EVM desktop wallet. So 2 things that I was able to do with them, connect them with Banksa, MyDAO, as well as a really cool dev, Dax the Dev. He is a contractor for MetaMask, working on the dev side of the wallets and creating documentation so devs are able to really do things really well within MetaMask, and just sort of really improving upon that. One of the fun things that we got hat-wise was this amazing bucket hat from 1-inch. They put the unicorn all over it, but good sturdy bucket hat. Really, really appreciate that. One of the funniest hats we actually got was the Build and Chill from Bittlebox. We got that at the hackathon, as we were at the hackathon, and got to do a really cool show while there, meeting with a ton of the other projects as well. And so really happy about that. One of the things too that we will see coming up is the hackathon coming up at ETH Global. So some really cool stuff there. Really excited about what they're building. Next up, we have socks. If you know me, you know I love my DeFi socks as well. We had Superscript providing API services. We're going to be actually talking with them in the next 3 days, I think, having them on the show. They did a really cool little bingo piece. Have you heard this? Crypto winter, dust attack, API, the terminology of Web3 bingo, sort of fun. As you can guess, that is Tangem coming, came in heavy with the socks as well. We got 2 pairs of actual superscripts, and we actually got a pair of MetaMask and Linea socks. I will be honest, my favorite socks that I got. This is my 2nd pair. I got a pair, I think, in February during ETH Denver, Hedera. And one of the funniest things, socks are decentralized if you have 2 feet. I think that's just sort of hilarious on the branding. I will tell you now why I love the Hedera socks, and this is, I don't know if this shows my age or what, but they are compression socks. They're really good, and they stay where they're supposed to on your feet. As I walk around so much for conferences, you do not know how happy that makes me, and how much that supports me and what I'm doing. And so we're gonna sort of showcase real quick. As you can see, I love the gift bag stuff that things did. MetaMask Institutional, they did a great little bag with a little bit of giveaways and stuff in it. They did the socks as well. They did the Linea socks. Linea's doing some really cool stuff. We're going to be showing you how to get involved in Linea. And then they had their stickers. I love these little bags as well, these drawstring cloth bags, because I don't know about you, but I tend to collect a lot of weird little things that people probably wish I didn't, because I probably actually don't need it, but I collect it anyways because you never know when you might need it. And little bags like this are great for that. But yeah, no, as you can see, we got both the Linea stickers and MetaMask socks. So some cool stuff there, as well as those 2 bags with that. Next up, one of my favorite things, and like I said earlier, for things that I do get, but notepads and notebooks. AskMeo, they showcased as well, basically on-chain information piece seekers. So some really cool stuff there. Block Damien, they came out with a good old notepad. And true to good branding, they put their QR code on that. So get that QR code if you want to learn more about Block Damien. Infrastructure staking server support for more of a decentralized aspect rather than having to worry about AWS. One notebook that we got 3 of because we like the 2 different styles, and we just really love little tiny notebooks. But block fills came up. They had 2 styles of pens, which I really love. You know me, and I love pens. But I love little notebooks as well because I go through them so quickly, filling out notes, conversation pieces, things that I need to do that I forget to do. I probably should not have as many notebooks. If I had less notebooks, I'd probably remember more things, because I tend to lose my notebooks or not remember which notebook I put it in. The hardest and biggest notebook that was out was from LMAX Group, legal and administrative firm, as well as really big on the institutional and finance side. We got a lot of good information from LMAX, and so we were really excited to see them there. When we get into our paperwork side, they gave us some of the best information and long-term readers. So we're going to have a lot of reading to do. Like I said, this show is going to be full of the giveaways from some of the projects that we talked to that asked us to give things away. I don't broadcast that these are giveaways. So like I said, with the Beam Eco token, I asked that this is first come, first serve. If you do get one, please leave them for others, because these are dynamic QR codes. They are all different. So yes, one person can go and collect them all. But because it's such a little amount and it's just enough way to get people into the ecosystem, I ask that you let people collect it themselves. But Eco, Beam, and Beam token, This QR code will allow you to get a browser wallet. And so, like I said, the best way to sort of get that is via their screenshot that, and then from there, load that into your QR reader, and it will allow you to create a 2FA wallet, distributed wallet within your mobile browser, and you'll be able to claim your Beam token. One of the things that you'll be able to do with your Beam token, I think you get about 800 Beam. Right away, if you want, you can save. You can either save that 800 Beam, or you can spend 600 of it on their Beam naming service, and so you can get your Beam wallet that way. So some really cool stuff there. I love naming services. One of the specialized things that was given to us as a gift, 12 were made. And we actually we were given the first one. So Taro Protocol, Taro Finance actually had 12 badges sort of made. They didn't give them all out. I was told they didn't give them. They only gave out a few. To me, few is 3. They only gave out a few at permissionless. They're holding on to the rest of them. They honored me and gave me the first one that they minted. So some really lucky to have that. Taro Protocol is a lend perps program, on-chain perps, and so they are on, I think, 11 chains right now. So some really cool stuff building out there. Since I have so many screens, I love drop cloth screen cleaners. Kava came out with their classic Kava screen cleaner, and so one of the things I got to talk to the Kava team about is that in mobile Kepler, Kava is actually not recognized or shown. It's a really interesting thing. I don't know why. The people I talked to also didn't know why. So it might be there's some cool stuff within Kava. Wish that they were on mobile Kepler, not just desktop. So we only got a few food items, or somewhat food items, but since we already talked about Scroll, we want to talk. They had hot sauce out there, so we got some Scroll sauce, and so that was actually a really cool thing to get. Really happy with that. That's sort of just, I love hot sauce, so that goes well with that. Block bills, like we were talking about, they are high end, both retail and industry OTC liquidity pool providers. So you're needing large quantities of tokens either paid out or transferred without making the market move. Block fills provides a really cool thing and support there. The other two things that I want to go over real quick, only one company had a button, and that was Taro. So they had those out, and Taro did have an event, their Supernatural Nights. But first night, one of the really cool things that we got from Alpha was launching of D-bands. They have 2 forms of D-bands. They have the D version, as you can see, as I'm wearing it, that has an RFID chip in it, and the one with just the DGod's head on it. You can load up a community connector piece on it, like your Twitter account, business card, whatever you want, and you can tap it right then and there. And so the idea behind it is building community, as that's what's one of the biggest things for Alpha that DGods has provided for him, is that community side of things. So really excited to see that grow out. Love the concept and the idea behind it. So that sort of pushed a lot there, and so really sort of cool with that. Next up, more wristbands that we got as we were going through some of these things. Tangem had these. They are light 'em up wristbands that sort of showcase, that you can wear at night. or anytime, and they light up. They keep that light going. We do need to replace the battery because we were wearing these and letting these just go nonstop. So shout out to them for that little random piece there. The other two things, oh, I'm a little old now, that we got that are similar as well. Cool fans that work to keep you cool. Layer Zero. Uh, they had a piece there, as you can see from the fan piece. Layer Zero. Uh, sort of keeping it cool and being cool with the LED light on the fan. So that's sort of fun there. Fire Blocks also had a fan. Now, the two difference pieces with these two fans, and from my experience with receiving fans from different protocols, um, they're not rechargeable. They're battery based. Um, I have last year's Blocks fan, and they actually did do rechargeable, and I still have it. So the fact that they didn't do that this year, when everyone's talking about, saving the world, that's one of those things that I wish that they had done there. Um, One other thing but we got both from Tangem and Fire Blocks, stress balls and a stress heart. So random little item pieces. These are those little giveaways that people can bring back to their families. Um, Fire Blocks orange. Tangem's just trying to be that heart piece. Really interesting piece there. This is where we get into the last little bits of things before we start going through the businesses themselves. One of the really funny things that we got, we'll talk about, but we wanted to eat the last one. OKX did a wallet sign NFT, as well as just through signing with your wallet, signing a message, able to access the vending machine. You can't go wrong with the sour gummy rainbow. So, sort of like all the different little things that OKX brought. Out of all the booths, I think Gideon Kraken had the biggest ones. For the most interesting items, Evertoss actually had them. They had both a little metal lockpick kit, and a metal card, so it fits in. It's an ID size metal. Little tool kit, same thing. They are a security company, insurance company for mining operations. So miners that need insurance on that type of hardware, it's usually really, really expensive. And so they specialize in that so that they can provide really good services on that. That is Evertoss. One of the random things that when he heard that I drive nonstop around the country for blockchain events, he actually gave me a special item that he said he only had a few of them. We actually haven't opened it yet. It is a seat belt and windshield breaker. So if you need to get out of your car in an emergency, you can safely cut your seat belt, and you can get out of your car window by shattering it. So that was a little cool thing that they put out there. So a little breaker there. These little tiny things that companies are putting out, I like it. Really good kudos to them. One of the big things that was not huge this year were stickers. But we did get some cool personalized gifts that were given to us. And we'll get into that in just a second. Outside of the tarot badge, we did get a good sweat economy wristband. So sweatband there. 1 inch did give out. One of the things that they had hair ties. Or scrunchies. Use it however you want. but getting that unicorn out there, sort of fun to sort of see as well. One of the things that we got from a lot of different projects, mints, Infistones, an infrastructure Web3 infrastructure platform, Blockdamian, Arbitrum Gum, and Eyeball Tax. There is that eyeball QR code. Their app launches in October. So put your eyeball on that. See what you can find, what you like about eyeball as we work to sort of break eyeball down for you in this upcoming week as we get ready for the next piece. Someone really did like our badge collection. So one of the things that we were given to be able to get around a little bit more because we were press, but we were actually given an Austin Convention Center badge to be able to get through back doors and front doors a little bit easier because we were given a trusted position, which was sort of cool. You know, I think that was I didn't even use it. It was given and I didn't even use it. Eyeball, like I said, they provided a lot of cool stuff there. As we move our swag cam to get a little bit closer so that we can see what's being built. Eyeball, and they provide their QR code so you can learn more about them. You can email them at hi@eyeball.com as they're going for creator and business inquiries. So if you are a creator, reach out to Eyeball and have a little fun there. Free, FRII. We got to meet them. Really cool project over at XRP. And they have a whole little CRM tooling system for businesses, companies, to be able to accept crypto credit cards. As far as crypto on the XRP network and stuff like that through like Zoom and instant payments, really fun time. Really cool people there. We're going to save the funniest for last. One thing I do want everyone to know, Coinbase does have a really interesting hackathon piece going on. So please take a look at it. If you think you have an idea for building, you can even post those ideas. Even if you're not the builder, it could be voted on by the community, and then the community would build it. And so you would still get recognition for that. So hit up that QR code from Coinbase. As you can see here, can you keep up with Coinbase? They're doing, they're just trying to build. Same thing with OKX. We're going to have a cool partnership with OKX and helping people onboard within their wallet. So right now, this is just the basic wallet from OKX, their OKX wallet. This is what that QR code will take you to. We will soon have a direct Taco link, I guess you could say, to showcase that. One of the projects that put out some cool cards, but when idea and concept meet reality, doesn't always work. So this ZK poker piece, I think, as I cannot read the super tiny print, and the QR code is unlegible, unfortunately. These were cool business cards that we saw out, and they had all of I saw different, a whole deck. So, but was not able to, we found an ace and jack, but we were not able to get the QR code to work for us through multiple different devices. But they, it is a learn to play blockchain poker site. I got to do a huge shout out to Dogebank. We got to meet Dogebank last year during South by Southwest. They had some great marketing stuff as they are literally not serious at all. And they don't want to be serious. They are a meme coin to the fullest extent. One of the things that they did is they did do a super funny protest outside of permissionless this year, and I got to meet some of the team members. They were memeing some of my pictures on my road to permissionless trip, but they set up an 800 number, 1848 bonk you, that if crypto lost support, so if crypto has you down, give it a call, get a bonk, have a little fun time with that. But I think that's sort of really funny that they did Dodge bonk Dobo, and then their 800 1848 bonk you for Dodge bonk, sort of taking the seriousness out of meme coins, and they take that to the biggest extent possible. Once again, sort of like I said, light on the stickers. Light on the stickers. Wemu, we got a cool sticker from. Like I said, Saucer Swap on Hedera. Cute little sticker that we got. One of the most interesting stickers from the Taoist. Tao Day, one of their stickers. And then as well, we got 2 eco stickers for Beam. And we're about to do our next Beam giveaway in just a second when we're done with these stickers. Ask Moo as well put out. I think Ask Moo put out some of the most stickers, or the largest ones, and I really like what they did, on frame cuttings. Crossmark, they put out, and they, like I said, they are a desktop XRP EVM wallet. So you can interact with both the ledger and all of your EVM chains. Freg as well put some stuff out. So check that out. There is a QR code that leads to something fun. Arbitrary Execution, like I said, they made a new logo for their next conference, showcasing that. And then we had a really cool little ledger book of stickers as we built out our passport for ledger, after talking to build XRP grants, XP Cafe, free home, and oh my gosh, what's the DEX name? I forget the DEX's name. I apologize. One of the cool people that we met was the man Stan. He runs High Vibe Mushrooms, Huntsman. So he does a lot of social media piece. We got to do an interview with him. We got an ETH TBL 2023 sticker. So Tel Aviv. And then we got the cool MetaMask Linea and MetaMask institutional sticker pack. And lastly, the tiniest sticker of them all, POAP. POAP had some cool POAP drops. So really cool to see that out there. I'm really excited what they're building out. Some cool stuff is coming up on POAP, so be aware of that. And just know that POAP can be used for pretty much anything. Let's see here. We have just a few left knick-knack items. Before we have 2 big items left. Block Bills came out with pub keys. Sort of hilarious there on that piece of a giveaway. And then Arbitrum, they have a lot of their chapsticks. They want to keep people's lips safe. And then Amber Data, a good aggregated data site. They had lens covers for your laptops. And then a phone or laptop eyeball camera cover from, you guessed it, Tangent. Oh man. Let's see here. We got a bunch of paperwork, and then we got some of the last things. We'll probably, we got a lot of stuff to go over. Really excited about that. MetaMask did put out a little key tag as well. So got to, collect the fox. Get your fox on. One a really a personalized gift that was given to me by Albank. Huge shout out to the two team members that were at permissionless. The rest of the team is in Singapore, Tokyo, and Korea for all of the blockchain stuff going on over there. But nice little Albank man on the moon space rider. So really thought that was sort of exciting. Grateful for that gift, and just want to say huge thank you for that. So that was really cool and nice of them to give. So yeah, really interesting. There's only 3 projects that we got pens from this year. One company actually didn't even do any branding on their pens. They're like, we just wanted to get a good pen out there in people's hands. You never know. We didn't want to wait for a bad thing. So your classic Papermate from a law firm. Smart on them. Arbitrary Execution. They put out a decent pen. Touchscreen tip on one end. I do like the heft to it, a little bit of weight, but I still will always love my Bitwise pen. And then Block Damien. They put out a good felt pen as well. So really like the piece on that they did. No complaints, really, at all. So pens, I think, are the bane of every project because some people, they're like, a pen will be in everyone's hand. They'll see it all the time. But if they make a crappy pen, what are people going to think when they're reading it? Crappy project. So that was that. We're going to go through the 2 big things before our final thing. Well, we'll go through this now. Huge shout out to Blockworks, 404 DAO, and Fireblocks. One of the things that we won at the hackathon that we were gifted was a nice new 24-inch LED monitor. So this makes it on the road trip now. Now we have a box for a monitor to travel in. So super happy for that. Not necessarily swag, something we won, we were given. And we actually, what's really funny is yesterday, day before yesterday, but early morning yesterday, we actually won an NFT from NBA 8, ran by Chris and his family, and so that was sort of cool to win that. I guess won it from showing up in a Twitter space and hanging out and being part of the conversation. So I guess showing up does pay off. Like showing up, like I said, giving away the next Beam Eco wallet. Like I said, this is first come, first serve. If you grab one and you get one, please, I ask that you leave the other ones for other people to get. This is the best way to get that is via a screenshot when the QR code is up. And if you have any issues, take that clip from this video where you did that and connect with the Beam_Eco team, as that is a browser wallet that you'll be able to export into a regular Beam wallet. We do have a few more giveaway pieces to do. But last big item before we get into business cards, so you can learn who the connections are directly. This was one of the biggest things that we found in business development in Web3, that I have found in Web3, that is amazing, that when I was in Web2, no one shared their contacts. You went through and you pushed in and you put that effort in. No one else went out of their way to help you with that. But Tangent, like I said, we did get we were gifted a Tangent wallet, and so we haven't had the time to set it up, but this is the hardware wallet itself. And so a 3-pack, bury one, keep one on you. One of the biggest things that I really appreciate when I talk to them is that it is wallet has Wallet Connect built into it, so that it can actually interact with like Gnosis and other main chain protocols. So really interesting to see. And I sort of honored, that took the time, talk, tell me about the product. And, I get by just asking questions, they asked, if we could do some work together. And so really excited to do that. Really hope I'm able to. You want to learn more about them, we'll be having them on. We'll be showcasing them. But Tangent, sort of was the only other. There was only two projects there with hardware wallets: Ledger, everyone knows, and Tangent. I've been at conferences where there's hardware wallets. There's like 3 or 4 hardware wallets companies there. One of the biggest things Ledger has done now is they've now been able to source enough chips to provide a good supply, constant supply to Best Buys. So really interesting there. Like I said, if you want to check out Tangent, we will be having our own affiliate link, like Taco, I think it will be. But right now, 20 Texas. If you use the code 20 Texas, you get 20% off. A 3-pack wallet like that is $69. I think a single card wallet is around $40. So really interesting piece there to break them down more. Galina Iliva can be your contact there, business development. And so really interesting piece to be able to connect directly with Tangent. There's Telegram and full name and contact information. Like I said, Web3 is about building, so that is what I believe in. That is the QR code for the Coinbase hackathon. You don't even have to be a true builder. If you have that idea that you think will be amazing for Coinbase, that is what they want to hear, and that is what they want to hear from you. Something interesting was a Load Me with Crypto credit card, and that comes from International Financial Network. Silly name, but that's sort of what they're building out there. That is their QR code to their business site, so you can learn more. You can load prepaid credit cards with crypto. So sort of cool piece there. Like I said, block fills, Mark, they do amazing things for that both institutional and retail user that needs to make and have large liquidity pool access. So that is block fills. One of the projects that we have a lot of paper to read from them is LMAX Digital. They provided a lot of market data, and here is their BD over there, Kahan, and that is his contact information. Like I said, here is Eyeball for their business inquiries, as well as seeing if you are a content creator and you're wanting to get into their platform. Reach out at hi@eyeball.com. XRP Cafe, Adam Kagi, CEO, really interesting guy. And really grateful to get his personal card. His email is adam.kagi kgeet@xrp.cafe. He asked that his phone number not be given out. And so we will respect that piece there. He is the CEO of XRP Cafe. You can go mint your own, create your own NFTs on XRP. Very easy. Compass Mining, a mining solutions piece. George Pat is their facility manager. So if you're looking at, you want to just get a tour of a mining facility, reach out to George. Some cool stuff and opportunities there. Luke Bokahut, from Soft, from Excerpt from Commons. Luke is, just had a good time talking to the entire XRP team, especially, talking EVM. One of the nicest people I met was Ryan Moley, the founder of Crossmark, CEO and founder and builder. He is building the MetaMask version of a wallet, desktop wallet for the XRP ledger, and with integration to EVM as well. More dev focused than pretty, so really able to make it easy for builders to be part of. For Soft, marketing company, BPL Sales is Tomas, and there is his contact as well. Metal Pay, we have Karen McHenry, and they, that nice quiet little booth building out, what they're doing as payment providers. Irina Borkon as well, the CFO. And so really got to have just a quick little meeting with them. Really good people. Like I said, Stanley Stephen Huntsman, if you are in the Austin area, Mushroom Tide Tea, the good high vibes mushrooms, vitamin powder. One of the things that we did get, from Ryan over there at Crossmark, it's a free NFT for anyone that goes and mints this. Free NFT on XRP. All you have to do is download the desktop wallet, and that will be your entry point into that. So that is how you'll be able to claim it, and that is good until the 15th. Stake Kit, we got to talk with the CEO, Seraphin, and Stake Kit does make it easy for different API pieces. For staking platforms, not necessarily just you want to make anything that's a staker. Stake Kit can help with that. So really cool piece. And not only if you want to get the APIs, but read what's being staked. Their head of engineering, Philip. So Stake Kit provides some really cool infrastructure pieces there, and that is his contact information. Last thing that we are going to be doing is we're going to be giving away our final, unless they ever give us more, but giving away our final Beam wallet loaded with, I think it's about 800 Beam. So like I said, this is a first come, first serve wallet that you can integrate within your browser. 2FA enabled, you can extract your keys. But they wanted to make it really easy. Screenshot this QR code, load it into your camera, and it will pull it right up. I asked that if you do one, leave the other ones for other people. There we go. That should work right like that. No, that doesn't work. We'll see. But it will work from the swag cam. So we did have a really good time at Permissionless, made a lot of new friends, and then we also got to see a lot of friends that we've known for a minute. So we were really happy that we got to see all of that, and so we are really excited of what's coming up. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to ask out anytime. Over this next week, we're going to be going through more in detail all of these projects, some of the big things coming up with Tangem, Scroll, and Quai. Those are the big things that I would love you to be aware of. ways that you can earn and test out, as well as Venom. So some really amazing things are coming out and being built. We hope that everyone had an amazing time that was out here at Permissionless. And we want to just thank all of the sponsors and people that came together for this event, and that came together for Permissionless as attendees. Got to meet some amazing people around the world. A lot of misconnections as well. I cannot believe, like, you're trying to meet with someone, they're like, oh, I'm over here, and then I'm over there, and then you're over here waiting, and then so that just goes to show the quality and content, that whenever you're trying to be free and meet with someone, there's something going on to where there's so many things going on that everyone had something interesting going on every time. One of the funnest nights that I got to have, night before last, with the Pudgy Penguin team. And so, the locals and the travelers. So got to be, with the huddle and have a nice, calm, quiet dinner Tuesday night. And that was a really amazing time hanging out with the huddle. So want to do a huge shout out to Husker for that. And a huge shout out to Jen Fascio for that ran the Austin Consensus or Austin Permissionless Twitter group. And so really interesting group, great time with everyone, and want to thank her for doing that, as well as Sierra for on that. This year I was the unofficial junior intern to the senior intern of Twitter of Permissionless. And so interacting with the team that runs the Twitter account was fun. They made it personable. That made me want to engage with them. And so I want to do a huge shout out to that. And I do want everyone else to realize that that is how social media needs to be ran, in my opinion. And with the projects that I associate with, that is how social media is ran, because you have to be engaging with your consumers, your users, or just those passing by on the street. If you're just a silent sentinel, no one can hear you through all the noise. But by saying hi to someone, giving someone a GM goes a long way. So huge GM to everyone there. And we will see you at the next conference. And, thank you for joining this episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of DGen, episode 392. Like I said, shout out to everyone that's joining us on Xenon, Unlonely, Lens, YouTube. Please hit those likes, subscribes, and notification pieces, and leave something in the comments about what you liked. We are going to be breaking this video down into smaller pieces for each individual item. So please, I apologize for all of that content out there. But, this is one of those fun things, getting to do the swag report. And this is the end of the swag report 2023 permissionless. And since, we end every space the same, and that is with our words of wisdom: a closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth. Shout out to Liam. And we end with the greatest, worst knock knock joke on the face of the planet, and that is knock knock. Who's there?